What's up, guys? This is Zach,
I'm Kyle.
and welcome again to New Angle Sports Talk. Today, we got a pretty fun topic for you. Every year, what we do is people have March Madness brackets, but they also what we do is we also make NBA brackets as well too. So today, we're going to kind of show off our brackets and see what you guys think. We're also going to take a few minutes to kind of review them and highlight a few series. I feel like most people have certain series kind of going the same way, so we're gonna highlight a few that maybe there's a potential upset for. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, Kyle, you wanna hit it off? Let's talk about your bracket first. I'm gonna put that up on the screen right now as well too, so you're gonna take a look at his bracket, and I'll leave it up there for a few seconds. But go ahead, Kyle.
So do you want me to go over each one?
You don't have to go through each one. I mean, you can. I guess it's not a big deal. Mine's pretty similar to yours, anyways. It's just.
Well, I mean, I obviously probably like 95% of the people out there, I have the Warriors winning round one,
Yeah,
getting
100%.
all the way down to the finals and winning. Some of the interesting matchups I'm looking forward to, though, are the Rockets and the Jazz. I have that going to, I believe, did I have that going to 7 games?
Let's take a look.
I have that going to 6 games. Houston ultimately winning. And then they'll end up losing, in my opinion, to
Tell them the future.
to the Warriors, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I got the Thunder.
Yeah, let's highlight the Thunder a little bit because you have them going pretty far.
Yes, I have them taking the Trailblazers in 6. I mean, obviously with Nurkic not there, I think Steven Adams and Russell Westbrook are going to really be going to the paint a lot. I think that's going to be huge for us.
To me, they're dynamic.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and plus we swept them in the regular season. I know that doesn't necessarily tell in the playoffs, as you might say, but I don't see it being too hard for the Thunder to win this series. Now, it just kind of depends on if C.J. McCollum comes back fully healthy or not.
Yeah, they rested him in the last game of the season, so it's interesting to see if he is actually fresh or if it's just kind of, if he's going to be like 80% or something like that.
Yeah, right. And then I have Denver taking the Spurs down. That's in 7 games.
Wow.
Reason I went 7 games is Denver's been amazing, but the Spurs have a lot more playoff experience than the Nuggets. And ultimately, we'll kind of see how that translates on how important playoff experience is based off of that series, in my opinion.
Okay.
And then I have the Thunder beating the Nuggets the next round and playing the Warriors in the conference finals.
Before we go over in the Eastern Conference, let's take a look at a few things. Something that I've noticed on your bracket is you have Denver having a pretty tough time in the playoffs this year. You've got them going to 7 games against San Antonio, and then you have them going to 7 games against Oklahoma City. Is there you just feel like it's not their year? Do you think it's more of a regular season type team this year, or do you think it's something else?
I do. In my opinion, I think they're not being in the playoffs for pretty much most of their core players outside of like Paul Millsap.
Yeah.
I think that's going to create problems in the playoffs, especially when you're going up against a coach like Greg Popovich, which is so good at on the fly making adjustments. I think he's going to be able to adjust to different scenarios he sees fit during that series. So that's why ultimately I think the Nuggets are the better team than the Spurs, which is why I have them winning, but it's going to be close. I have the Thunder going to 7 games against them as well. That's more because the Thunder have been surging. They're at the end of the season at the right time. They've won 5 straight. I'm hoping that they can keep that momentum going and take down the Nuggets. But obviously the Nuggets being such a great team, I don't know if that's I think that's why it's going to go so far.
Okay.
I obviously don't see any team out of those two sweeping I mean, the Thunder aren't going to roll into Denver and beat them in 4 games, in my opinion, and I don't think they're going to come into Oklahoma City and beat us. So I think it's going to come down to like home court advantage and whatever team can still home game's going to win, and I'm thinking it's going to be the Thunder.
Okay, interesting. All right, let's switch over to the Eastern Conference and see what you kind of think about this one. So can you go ahead and start with Milwaukee?
I have Milwaukee making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't really think that they have that hard of a path there.
Yeah.
Boston may be a little bit of a test for them, but Boston has not been the same team as they were last year. They may surprise some people in the playoffs, but they have not looked good this year. And then I have Toronto, them going up against Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
I got Toronto beating Orlando in 5. I got to pick my Sixers to beat Brooklyn. But I do think it's going to be close. I think it's going to 7 games, but it could be shorter if Joel Embiid is 100% healthy.
Okay.
I'm kind of saying I don't know if he's going to be fully healthy.
I think you're having a little wishful thinking. You have your hometown team, Oklahoma City, going to the 3rd round, and then you have Philadelphia beating Brooklyn, and then putting up a good series against Toronto. Is that hometown bias a little bit, or is it just?
I mean, I
think that's really what's happening.
I'm not from Philly, so.
Well, I know, but that's a team that you've really been watching the last couple years.
Yeah, but I didn't pick them to beat Toronto, so I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. But it's still going to be a good series. You got to give credit where it's due. Philly is a very talented team if they got all cylinders clicking.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
And then ultimately, I have Toronto beating Milwaukee and playing the Warriors in the finals. So, how does my bracket kind of compare to yours?
Well, mine's going to be the winning bracket first off. So okay. So
Cool.
I've got a couple more 4-2 series. I've got a couple more sweeps as well. Did you have any sweeps in yours?
I had the Warriors sweeping the Clippers.
Okay, that was the only one. Okay. Yeah. So I guess we just run through this as well too. I'll put my bracket up there as well, so you guys can take a look. I have Golden State beating the Clippers 4-0. Easy peasy. That's exactly what they're going to do. It's going to be easy breezy. I'm just rhyming. Rhyming on a dime. Okay.
Like G-Eazy.
Oh, that was nice.
Woo!
Okay. So Houston and Utah. That is probably the most intriguing matchup of the first round. I really like Philadelphia, Brooklyn, but we'll get to that in just a second. But that's going to be my favorite. I'm looking forward to watching that series the most because you have such a good offensive team, you have such a good defensive team, and I just want to see those guys compete. And I want to see Utah continue what they left off last year. And I think one of those teams is going to have a letdown postseason. I'm thinking it's going to be the Utah Jazz, though. I think that Houston gets the best of them, and they play the Golden State in the second round.
Well, they kind of regressed this season from what they were. I think a lot of people slept on them last year.
Houston or Utah?
Utah.
Okay.
I think people are a little bit more prepared for them this year.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think that's fair. Portland, Oklahoma City. I also have Oklahoma City winning as well too. Like you said, I think the Nurkic injury is just a big time thing, and I'm a huge Damian Lillard fan, and I think he needs a lot more credit than he gets. He's a fantastic guard, but I don't think it's this year that he gets out of the first round again. I think it's the same thing. It's an early round
as every year.
Yeah, it's an early first round exit for him. Denver, San Antonio 4-2. I give San Antonio a few games, but not a lot. Milwaukee, Detroit 4-0 sweep. Easy. Detroit doesn't win a single game, in my opinion. I think they're a good team. Detroit's a decent. Well, I wouldn't say a good team. I think they're a decent team. They're an average team. But I don't know. I just think that I don't think it's going to work. If it hasn't worked yet with Blake Griffin, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think his team has a chance to win a single game against Milwaukee, but we'll see. Boston, Indiana. This is one I was kind of thinking about, but I think people figured out how to play with Indiana. Like they don't have Victor Oladipo. I think Boston it's better coaching. Not that Indiana has a bad coach. It's just Boston has better coaching, and they're going to get through it. Now they won't last very long because they bounce out in the second round, in my opinion. But last couple games in the first round, though, we've got Philadelphia and Brooklyn. I picked Brooklyn. I kind of hinted towards this in our D'Angelo Russell, our Eastern Conference video that we did 2 videos ago, or was it one video? It was 2 videos.
Yeah, it was a couple videos back.
I just think Brooklyn's hot. Brooklyn is one of the hottest teams right now. D'Angelo Russell has something to prove, and I don't think he's going to have an issue. I think he's going to do it. I think that it's going to be a good series, but I think that this is if there's one team that has to win a game one, it has to be Brooklyn. Okay, so if Brooklyn can win a game one, get an early lead, because we know Embiid's not going to be there game one, maybe longer than that. We don't know yet. But if they get an early game one victory, and they can build off of that, which I think they will, I think that they have a really good shot at winning, or at least making it a really good series, at least around 4-2, 4-3 is kind of what I'm thinking. And then the last one is Toronto and Orlando. Toronto wins 4-1. I give Orlando one win because they have been pretty decent. They had a good surge at the last part of the season, and that's pretty much it. And then skipping forward a few, I've got everybody in the Western Conference going to 7-game series. Golden State wins in 7, Denver wins in 7, and then that's your Western Conference Finals. And then the second round in the East, we have 4-2 Milwaukee wins. I think, again, Milwaukee just has a lot to handle with Giannis. I don't think that they get past that. And then Brooklyn, I like Brooklyn, but Toronto's going to win 4-1. Pretty easy. I think that I can't think of the word right now. They momentum that they've got going with D'Angelo Russell.
Right.
It just isn't going to be there anymore after the round one. They get their big win and they can build on it for next year, but I don't know if it goes any further than that. So basically, the last two series is we've got Milwaukee, Toronto. Milwaukee wins in 7. Golden State, Denver. Golden State wins at 5, and then Golden State beats Milwaukee. I think it's a sweep again. I think it's 4-0.
Wow.
Sweep.
He's going to sweep the MVP.
He's not going to be MVP. James Harden's going to be the MVP. He would have already taken care of him.
It's going to be honest.
It's not going to be honest.
It will. It will.
All right. So basically, that's our bracket. What we're going to do is I'm going to leave this on the screen for a few more minutes so you guys can take a look at it. How we're essentially going to do this is we're going to make another video tomorrow. Kyle won't be with us, but we have a few other friends that are going to come over, and they agreed to make some brackets with us. How we're going to do this is each team that you get correct, because we're making a little bit of a competition out of this. Each team you get correct, you're going to get 1 point. So, like, for example, if Milwaukee beats Detroit, which that's probably going to happen, if you guess that right, if you get Milwaukee, you get 1 point. If you also guess the series correct, you get 2 points. So if I get it in 4-0, but you had it in 4-1, right? Milwaukee and Detroit. Okay.
I did.
So if it goes 4-1, Kyle gets 2 points, and I only get 1 point because I got Milwaukee winning, but I didn't get it in the right amount of games. So essentially, what we're going to do is me and Kyle have a bracket, and then our friends tomorrow are going to have some brackets as well too. We'll post that as well, and then kind of see how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a wager or anything, but
we did kind of come up with a friendly wager. Whoever gets the most points, we're gonna buy the favorite team, the other person, their favorite jersey of their.
I think to spice it up, we should have an revealing. You know.
Well, not too revealing. Yeah.
No, okay. Revealing of the jersey, Kyle. Oh,
okay.
Okay.
I don't know where we're going. So.
We have a revealing. Oh my gosh, you just threw me off again. Revealing video of who wins. So if I win, which I will win, he's gonna give me a like your jersey, and then I'll reveal it to you guys. And then in the off chance that somebody else from our group wins, then we'll
just ask him how his March Madness bracket went. I crushed him, so it's gonna be the same thing.
All right. Do you have any last thoughts though?
No, man, I'm looking forward to the playoffs, though. This is some exciting time of the year.
Yeah, and we have a big announcement. What we're going to do for the playoffs, essentially, is we're going to try to watch every single game. The first round is going to be really tough because there's a lot of games. I mean, hopefully I'm wrong and there's a lot of sweeps in the first round. But I want good basketball, so I'm not against it. But anyways, what's going to happen is when we watch the videos, we're going to try to put up a quick recap video of what we thought, who stood out, who flaked, whatever, and kind of put that out there. Sometimes it'll just be me, sometimes it might just be Kyle, sometimes it'll be both of us, sometimes it'll be one of our friends as well too. So we will get that rolling. Hopefully on Saturday we'll have our first game. We have a lot of games to start watching, so it's going to be a packed weekend.
I know, sure will. We've got 8 games this weekend.
Yeah, 8 games.
Oh, man.
A lot of
that's exciting.
It's a lot
Monday morning will be tired.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it for this video. Let's talk about the next topic. Do you want to go and tell them what's going on right now? What our next video is going to be about?
Oh yeah, our next video is going to be about if Magic Johnson was considered was a failure with the Lakers in his time with them, and we're going to kind of discuss some different things on if that was or not. And please, it's going to be. Zach's a huge Lakers fan, so
Yes.
he's going. I know it's going to be exciting, believe me. So you're going to want to watch that. With Zach on the Lakers. Woo. So
I'm passionate about the Lakers, but I want to show you the context of why I'm right. Like I want to. He was technically a failure because he didn't. That's why he stepped down. But I'm just saying, like, give him a break. He didn't do that. Okay, I'm about to just jump into the next video. So we're gonna call it there, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends. Say something nice about the video. Say something constructive if you want to do that.
Yeah.
We are all in the comments. We're just waiting for people to comment. So go ahead and leave a comment and let us know how we're doing. Thanks, guys.
Later.